Hello. In this video, we are going to build on our UN Sustainability Goals website. And in our last video, you'll remember we built this basic flip box that displays one of the goals, and then we hover over it, it flips over and gives the actual goal and a question that might spark some thinking around that goal. Now you'll notice that this is in a tab that's called UN Goals Step 3, and that's because I've already taken all the code from UN Goals Step 2 and copied it into UN Goals Step 3 and changed this tag up here in the title. Okay, so what do we need to do here? Well, to duplicate this is not a really too challenging problem. We just have to take the entire section that defines that flip box and copy it and paste it below. And if we save this and then we reload the page, we get nicely two no poverty flip boxes. But we don't want the second one to be no poverty. We want the second one to be the second sustainability goal, which I believe is zero hunger. And to do that, I just have to change this actual image. So because I've had this nice naming convention, I can just change goal from 01 to 02. I can save that. And then looks great. Now we have a bit of a problem, and that is because when we go to our newly created goal flip box and I hover, the back is actually set to red, and what I get is no poverty and is universal income the solution. Okay, so two changes we have to make. We have to fix the color in the background, and we have to change the text. Let's start with the text because that's pretty easy. All we have to do is come down to the section here that says no poverty inside this second flip box, and we just have to write zero hunger. And then we have to change this question, so something that might make people think about hunger issues. And then, I'm a big fan of eating bugs, so I might put something here as, can we effectively farm bugs? Okay. So I'm going to save this now, and I'm going to come back in here. I'm going to reload this page. So now I have my zero hunger and can we effectively farm bugs. Perfect. Okay, but now I want to change that background color. And this is where I need to kind of draw an understanding of CSS, that is cascading style sheets. And if you remember, in our previous video, the way we set the background for this one flip box was we changed the background color of the class flipBoxBack, which is right here. And so what happens is, because this is set in the style tag, it actually then transfers to all of the classes that are flipBoxBack. So what I'm going to start by doing is I'm going to change this back. I'm going to take this line here that sets my background color to red, and I'm going to change it back to what it was before, which was Dodger Blue. Just so we understand the change that happens. I reload this, and sure enough, that back is Dodger Blue, and so is that one. Okay. So what I can do now is I can actually change the style of a specific tag directly in the tag itself. And again, because cascading style sheets will use the last style that it's seen, this is kind of the definitive decision maker. So if we set our style inside this div right here, that means that that style is going to take effect. And to do this, I just simply go right there in the text and put style equals background color. And actually I copied that. And there we go. And we want to set that background color to that red. So I save that, I refresh this, and now that's nice and red. And that's blue, because this element is getting the background color from the actual style tag up here. So we need to now figure out what this color is. We need to get the hexadecimal address, sorry, not the address, the hexadecimal value for that color, which is a conversion of the red, green, blue, the RGB value. And the easiest way to do that is using Photoshop. I'm just going to pause this for a second. So I have my zero hunger tab up, and I'm just going to kind of grab the eyedropper here and select that, and I see that the red, green, blue is 211, 160, 41. So we just have to now put that through a RGB to hexadecimal conversion, and I'm just going to do that quickly. And conveniently, I just typed RGB to hex into Google, and I get this nice little simple app. So what was it? 211.160.41, 211.160.41. And interestingly, here's a nice little fact: is this is a function that we're passing into this RGB function, these 3 integer values. And we get the hex value back. So we're going to copy that, and I'm going to come back into my code, and I'm going to come into my there, I'm going to say style, background, color, and paste that. So now, if I've done this correctly, I should go back to my step here, and there we go. So I'm going to pause the video, and I'm just going to do this for all 17 goals. I'm not going to make you watch me do them, and then I'll give some final thoughts. Okay, so I've now gone and modified every version of this, and so what I have is I have all 17 goals with proper color backings and the text in there. So in the next video, what we're going to do is we're going to figure out now how to make it so this looks a little nicer, so that it kind of changes as I change the size of the screen. And to do that, we're going to use a built-in system called Flexbox. And with that said, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. Have a great day.